Pile 1, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading, all about why people are currently intimidated by you. And right away I was getting it's your beauty, your style, your aesthetic. It does work for you. I want to say that. You look great, but it comes off as intimidating because I feel like the way that you do present yourself is a bit bold for most people. An example that I was getting was like Jeffree Star for some reason. He is, his gender is masculine. Again, I don't want to get into the whole, I don't want to piss anyone off, right? But he was born masculine, but he often presents himself as more feminine, right? That's usually how he feels more comfortable, more presentable. And honestly, it works for him. He rocks it. He looks great. But depending on like society norms and maybe like, opinions of other people, maybe you are like the opposite sex, right? Maybe you are a male and you are wanting to be seen as someone that's more feminine presenting or more androgynous. Maybe you dabble in both, or maybe you just like to wear whatever you want to wear. You don't care about what people think of you. You do what you feel is right. And honestly, there's like people that will be like, oh, well, men can't wear makeup. Men can't paint their nails. Men can't, take pride in their skincare or want to look nice for themselves. Like usually there will be people, not everyone, but they're mostly like people that are not used to it, right? They're not used to seeing that. They would make fun of them, or they would be kind of like scared of them, like, oh, I don't know what kind of person this, pile 1 is. I'm not saying everyone's like this, but I am getting that the people that are intimidated by you the most, they're people that are not used to the way that you're presenting yourself. The way that you look intimidates them, but you're not like ugly or scary by any means. I'm actually getting that you rock this look. Like this is something that looks really good on you. I'm kind of picking up like an older generation or like a really conservative mindset that may like find your look to be like a bit intimidating or maybe even offensive. But again, they wouldn't say that you're ugly. They would just see you as someone that has a really dramatic look that they're not comfortable with. But again, like who cares what they think? I would say that the way that you present yourself, it's working for you. Like, yes, it's more unique than maybe people that are in your community or your family members. They may not like see this every day. So it may be coming off as like a little bit shocking to them or something that they're not used to seeing. But this is what makes you beautiful because we have beauty here. You are beautiful, pile 1. And I'm getting that people that, that are used to seeing more of this difference in style, they would be intimidated by you because I'm getting like high fashion. I'm getting that your energy carries this confidence. Whatever you're doing when it comes to your expression, not only will your look be, more unique than most people, but it's the confidence that you carry with it. And confidence can be intimidating. People that are highly confident, they intimidate people that have low confidence. Let's just keep it real here. So you need to just remind yourself that people that are intimidated of you, they're more so intimidated of being able to maybe even feel confident in their own skin. Maybe they're denying themselves of maybe their own personal truth. Maybe again, they live in such a small boxed mindset that they can't look outside of their own projections, their own biases, and their own sense of normality. So I want you to feel proud and to feel good enough in your look. I feel like maybe for some of you guys, maybe you've been dealing with some self-doubt. Maybe you've been struggling with a little bit of self-sabotage. You may have been feeling maybe even personally attacked when it came to how you want to present yourself. And I just want you to be reminded that you're beautiful, and that if this is something that makes you feel good about yourself, this is something that you enjoy doing for yourself, that you should keep doing it. Because I am seeing with the rest of your cards that you are getting the right attention from people that do find you to be inspiring. So don't let the negative Nancy's bog your mind down and make you feel sad about yourself, because I do see that you are very influential. your beauty, the way that you present yourself, your mannerisms. I would even say that you make an impact on people with this influencer card, or just influences, sorry. You could actually be seen as an influencer, which could also intimidate people. I was really getting that you are coming off as someone that is very highly influential, someone where people want to listen to you. And I think also because of maybe your unique beauty, your differences in your attractiveness compared to most people, you get people to listen to you and basically sit and watch you. I feel like you're almost being seen as alluring because of how unique you look. So your beauty catches people's eyes, but then as soon as you start opening your mouth and talking to people, they stick around and they listen. So this is kind of a superpower of yours, Pile One, because most people, they want to be coming off as someone that is seen as interesting. I'm also getting that there are people that want to recreate your look, especially if you're someone that is into beauty, fashion, hair, makeup, like something about that. I'm hearing something about the production of what you do. So I don't know if you are online and maybe you're trying to post like videos of yourself doing your makeup, or maybe even like doing your hair. I am getting like influencer. You could be seen as like an internet influencer or someone that is popular online. There are people that like the production of how you maybe edit your videos, or how you record your videos, or maybe the type of content that you produce, if you are doing this, by the way. This could even just be like your Instagram. Like maybe you are just very creative. You have like this artistic eye for things. You make things look very beautiful and just really alluring, just very attractive and captivating to the eye. There's something about your way of making things kind of be put together that people want to be able to reproduce, because it's always gaining high favor. I really am getting that you're a very creative and artistic individual with something that you're doing, and you may actually get a lot of behind the scene compliments on it. I don't know if people feel confident enough to come up and actually compliment you, because again, I am getting that you intimidate people, but I do see that people talk really high and good things about you behind your back, about something about your beauty or your creative edge. And I'm getting that you may actually attract people that may want to try to recreate and do what you're doing in the exact same way, but they may fall short, and they actually may be feeling intimidated by that, because you're like, how does Pile One do it like that? How does Pile One make their content look like that? Or how do they make their makeup look like that? I tried to like work on this all night long. I followed everything that they did to a T, and I still couldn't get it to look or feel the same way as Pile One's. So I will say that you do draw some competition, and you may not even know that these people are feeling competitive with you, but there is some sort of like secret one-sided competition that usually gets projected at you. I am getting that because they're inspired by you, because the way that you can pull things off that maybe they try to do the same thing as you and it just does not work for them. And again, that's not something that should be seen as your problem. It's not. But this is more so, this is your style. You found your niche. It works for you. But just because it works for you, it may not work for someone else. But they should also be feeling called to find their own style. You can take bits and pieces of things from other people. Again, we use whatever we can as a muse in our life. Like we all have inspiration and muses that we use. But again, we make it our own. But I'm picking up that you have people that are like copy pasting you. They're not trying to just get inspiration. They're literally trying to like take your whole brand, or they're trying to like swipe and steal your whole look and claim it as their own. And they're not doing a good job because it's not working for them, because it's not supposed to, you know? But I'm getting that people are intimidated by how you create things, how you make things, how you make up yourself, and they don't know how you do it. Again, they've tried. They try to recreate the formula and they can't. So Pile One, let's end your video off with some cards to see, why are you intimidating people right now? How else are you intimidating others right now? Let's see here. We have important information, need to know. you may be very intelligent. There's something about how you just kind of know things at the right times too. I'm hearing that you're like a human dictionary is what I just channeled. And I'm picking up that you're someone that can absorb information, and that can intimidate people. That, again, what I keep getting this vibe of people that will work really hard. You are naturally talented or gifted. Let's say gifted. Gifted means that you don't have to work hard or work very much at all. It's something that you've naturally gained. People that are talented come through trying to master something, someone that puts in the work towards something to get good at what they do, to become better at what they do. I'm picking up that you're really good at absorbing information, which that can benefit you in a lot of different areas. Like, for example, maybe when you were first starting off with getting into makeup or trying to find your style, maybe you watched, like, for example, you were watching like a makeup tutorial, and most people, again, like, they'll get all the products, they'll follow the how-to, they'll try to keep doing it repetitively over and over and over, and it may take them time for them to get used to actually doing the makeup look for them to finally get it. But it's like, you get the information, you see it firsthand, you can visualize it in your mind of, okay, I'm seeing this person move their hands like this and do it like that. I know what to do now. I can visualize it in my head of how I need to recreate this look. And it's like, it's like that. You just get it right off the bat from the get-go, from the first time. And I think people are intimidated by your ability to not just absorb information, but how you execute said information. It's like you can get things done within the first time that you try. Even if you don't, people still see you as someone that gets it really quickly. Your brain is like a sponge for knowledge. You may be a very curious person. That's something that may actually be working in your favor, is you like to be in the know. You like to look things up. Maybe you're like constantly on Google, like searching things up because you just want to know about it. Even if it has nothing to do with what you're doing. And then all of a sudden it becomes relevant and you know exactly what you need to say because you learned about it like a week ago. I'm just getting that you have like the most almost like absurd, Jesus Christ, I'm stumbling on my words. I'm so sorry. You have the most absurd information at like the right time. And people will be looking at you like, how the hell did you know that? And you're like, I don't know. I just looked it up on Google randomly like 5 days ago. And I decided that I wanted to hyper focus and fixate on this topic. And then I learned all about it at like 1 o'clock in the morning. People that have ADD like I do, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I'm getting people get intimidated by the fact that you can just learn things very quickly and easily, and that you have like knowledge about the most like out of the box things. And it's helpful at the time. The information that you have is helpful. I'm also getting that you also may have a lot of information about other people. I'm kind of getting you may be seen as like a detective. There's something very funny about you, Pile 1. I'm getting that you have like, again, like secrets about people. I'm picking up that you have information about others. You may not even do this intentionally, but like, again, your brain is like a sponge. You hear things and you don't forget things. Like when you retain information, it almost feels like this is like permanent. You don't forget things once you learn about them, or when people tell you things, like you'll know about it till the end of time. Like you could go to your friend and be like, you know what? I remember what you did on Tuesday 20 years ago at like 3 p.m. And they're like, what are you talking about? You're like, oh, well, you told me this, or I saw this and it happened to a T. This is what happened. It's like you never forget it. And I'm getting that that may actually be the case for people as well, which that could be like a good or a bad thing depending on what information that you're retaining. But there are some people that are actually scared of you in the fact where, because you don't ever forget something, like you always are reminded of certain things that people have said or done, maybe about you, towards you, or maybe just about other people. There are people that may have a guilty conscience that are afraid that you may blab. So I am picking that up as well, Pile 1. People may be intimidated that you may like tell people their secrets or say something to the wrong person because of what you know. They may even be questioning, like, does pile one remember that? Like, I don't know. Like, it happened like 5 years ago. Like, but what if they did know? Then I'd be screwed. Like, I know this sounds really dramatic, but it's giving me what you know. You know things, but they don't know how far or how extended it is that you know these things. Like, what does pile one know? I'm getting that people that are scared of what secrets you know. That's basically what I'm channeling. That's what's intimidating people. Let's get one last card for you, pile one. Why are people intimidated of you right now? Okay, we got confirmation. Twitch, online live streaming, and confirmation. This was on top of this. So confirmation, if you are someone that likes to live stream online, it doesn't have to be Twitch, but this could even be like YouTube live. Going live on YouTube, going live on TikTok, going live on your Instagram. Maybe this is like pre-recorded videos. I'm seeing you going online and posting videos of the things that you're doing, maybe like things that you like, or maybe even yourself. This is your confirmation that people are intimidated of you because you are being seen as a influencer or someone that may have a following online, being, praised and maybe loved online, being able to have like supporters and fans that follow you and your life online. Oh, that's interesting. We also had this on the bottom of the deck. We have angels and divine protection. So there's something about your spiritual protection when it comes to other people that watch you online. Maybe even not even just online, but just in general. You may be very spiritually protected. That may actually intimidate people. There are people that don't really believe in spirituality, but they may just see you as someone that's always at the right place at the right time, someone that's always having this peace of mind, someone that's always protected from things that could go wrong. This is your confirmation that people may be intimidated by you, that you may come off as very lucky in a sense. And I'm getting that you may avoid trouble or getting out of trouble at the nick of time. And people may know this about you, and they may be like scared of maybe even your stability and your security. They may be intimidated by that fact. Nothing can really shake your foundation. They may try, right? But it never actually fully works out. And that can intimidate others. But pile one, that is all that I have to say for you. I hope that this was a reading that you enjoyed, and I will talk to you all later. Pile two, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading, all about why people are currently intimidated of you right now. And I heard that people are shocked that you are standing on business, especially when it comes to your self-respect, your self-love, and your boundaries. I'm getting that you maybe were seen as someone that was maybe a people pleaser. I was reading this card, and the first thing that it said really caught my attention. And it says, don't let the world lead you. Take the steering wheel and take control of your own life. And I'm getting that you maybe were the opposite. You may used to come off as someone that was very confused. You had clouded judgment. You were indecisive. And maybe you were always being seen as that person that was asking for advice, or you were very impressionable. So when someone said something to you, you really, really held on to that thought or that critical thinking of the other person, or whatever they said to you. You took it as food, you didn't take it for food for thought. You took it as, this is concrete. This is what I need to do. They know better for me more so than myself. And I'm really channeling that what you're doing that's coming off as, yes, shocking, but more so intimidating, is you may actually be claiming your power back in a sense by not letting other people dictate or rule your own life. Your self-love is all about feeling confident in your choices, feeling confident in your decisions, feeling confident enough to know that, yes, you can be able to hear others out and, take their advice as consideration of them trying to help you, but you are leading your own life now. You're getting in control of your own steering wheel, and you're not relying on other people's words, actions, or affirmations as a way to dictate your own self-worth. Because I'm also channeling that you relied on the compliments of other people. You relied on when people would say good or positive things about you as an indicator of you knowing if you were on the right path, if you were doing a good job. But more so now, you are feeling internally when you're doing a good job. You pat yourself on the back now. You're not doing things to maybe, this sounds really bad, but I'm also getting that people may assume that you were fishing for compliments in the past. You don't do that anymore, or you never did, but it's really being shown now that you don't do that at all. You intimidate people with your inner confidence. You intimidate people with your peace of mind is also what I'm hearing. But you intimidate people because you don't rely on other people to give you advice, to give you that high five, to give you the green light, or to make you feel confident in yourself. You know that you're worthy of being able to go after your goals, going after your dreams. You don't need the reassurance of other people, your family, your friends, your peers, or your community to back you up. I'm kind of getting that you're okay with doing things on your own now. You may have actually been learning on how to become more self-sufficient, more independent, someone that can do things solo, things that, most of the time you had to have another person with you to feel comfortable. You are trying to get yourself out of your comfort zone and doing things maybe in public by yourself. And that may be scary, but it's also like so invigorating and so powerful for yourself to be like, wow, I did this all on my own. Something about you being able to feel confident in your own skin and not having to rely on people, it's making someone, I'm keep getting a certain person is feeling intimidated by your newfound, discovery of self-sufficiency. I'm really picking that up. Because whoever this person is that I'm channeling, they thought that you would always be reliant on them. They thought that they would be your beck and call. They may have actually, even if it's something that they didn't ever admit to themselves, it did kind of stroke their own ego that maybe you were constantly calling this person or chasing this person or wanting this person's validation or praise, or maybe you would ask this person for favors all the time. You would ask them like, hey, can you fix this for me? Can you help me with this? Can you loan me some money for this? Like, you may have been seen by this person as someone that it's almost like you needed them. And maybe they complained about it at the time, but I think it also made them feel good to know that they were needed, right? You may have actually instilled some sort of purpose to them. You made them feel good being able to feel valuable to you. And I don't think you did this as to offend this person. You didn't do this. You didn't take this away. It's not something that you were trying to do to hurt them, but you were trying to train yourself to feel more in your own essence, being able to rely on yourself for a change, not needing other people for help and support all the time, because there are going to be times in our lives where we're not able to have support. We have to figure things out on our own. We need to be able to feel safe enough and confident enough to be able to do things on our own 2 feet. Sometimes we are not able to get help from others, and there's going to be those moments in our lives where we just got to figure it out. And I think there came a point where it was a major, I need to figure this out. I'm kind of getting that you had like a wake-up call or something, pile 2. You had like a wake-up call where I can't keep doing this to myself. Like, there needs to be a moment in time where I need to just be able to do this on my own. I can't keep relying on others. Like, it's not even just this person, but just in general, like, you had this like heart to heart with yourself where it was almost making you feel guilty needing to ask for things from others all the time, or feeling like you weren't able to do something by yourself when maybe you see other people doing it by themselves all the time. Like, being able to pay your own bills, being able to go and maybe drive yourself somewhere, right? Maybe you're asking for rides all the time. Maybe you were always asking for financial handouts, or, oh, I don't have a place to stay. Can you help me? Like, there's nothing wrong with asking for help when you need it, but there's something about how maybe you picked up on, there's these moments about yourself where maybe you caught yourself asking for more than what you needed, or you didn't like that you had to keep asking. You wanted to just go and do your own thing, having your own schedule, being able to leave when you wanted to, a sense of freedom that you were desiring. So you're intimidating people because with this self-love is also coming freedom. You're having this sense of, I have freedom in my life to do the things that I want to do. And there's one person that I'm channeling that is very intimidated by this. They're intimidated of your newfound freedom. They're intimidated of maybe you having better boundaries with others right now. They're intimidated by the ability of you respecting yourself, of what you are no longer willing to receive and what you're no longer willing to give to other people. If it sacrifices your happiness, if it sacrifices your respect, if it sacrifices your dreams or your goals, you're going to say no. And I think in the past you had a hard time saying no to people, especially this one person that I'm channeling. This person that is intimidated by you, they're mostly just shocked by you. They're shocked at your ability to be able to transform. I'm hearing transform overnight. I really do feel like you had some sort of like, I'm hearing like a cutoff game. Like you went cold turkey on something. Like you decided right then and there that you were done doing this, that you were done participating in this behavior. And people that know you, they're shocked by this because they may have underestimated you, underestimated your ability to say no or to stop doing this or to be able to finally put your foot down and be like, I've had enough. I feel like I need to clarify this person. Why is this person intimidated? Like I'm channeling this one person that maybe you cut this person off. So I'm kind of getting that too. Like I'm kind of getting that you went cold turkey on a behavior or something that was known about you when it came to your reputation, maybe even regards to your self-love. But I'm also getting that you may have cut off this person or the power that this person holds over you. If this person is still in your life, I'm just really channeling that you took back some sort of control over the direction of your life, and you're not relying on this person's presence as much as maybe as you once were. And they may be taking this as an offense. They may be taking it personally when it doesn't have to be. But this person is shocked by your growth is what I'm hearing. Why is this person, this one person that I'm channeling, why are they intimidated by pile 2 right now? I'm getting that this person could be like a parent or like a parental figure or someone that you had really high respect for. This is someone that was very close, someone that it could have even been like a friend that you really looked up to. Like, and they maybe in a weird way, they were seen as like an authority or parental figure in your life. You looked to this person for direction, but you found yourself. You found your own path that is separate from them. And they're taking it personally. Why is this person intimidated? Okay, we got a couple cards. You're better than this. You can't see it. Sad, crying, and emotional. So the reason why you are intimidating this person is I think they know that you're better off now. You are better than maybe the information that they were giving you before. There's something about when you were helping them, when they were helping you, maybe they thought this was the best that you were going to get. I'm keep getting that they underestimated you. They see you as doing better. They see you as maybe even better than them right now, or maybe better than them at your age, when they were your age. They see you as you're better now. You're better than what you were before. Okay, just dropped my selenite, sorry. You're better than this. Something you're better than. You're better than this. there's something that you're better at now. What is this that they think that you're better at than this? What is this talking about? Divine wisdom. I'm getting that they think that you are so much wiser now. I'm getting like a social interaction. They see you as you're better than this. You're better than this interaction. You're better than what the life that you're living now. I feel like your life is still kind of like in progress. It's kind of giving me that you're on this new path, but it hasn't really fully come to completion. But they can see like what could happen, the potential of where you're going. And they realize that you are better than the things that maybe you used to surround yourself with. You may be a lot smarter and a lot wiser than what they gave you credit for. And they're seeing your potential now. And they're realizing like, yeah, you do deserve more. You do deserve better than what you've been given. We also have, you can't see it. So I also feel like this person is someone that isn't able to see the progress that you're making. I think they have to hear about it. I really do feel like you and this person are not talking as much. So you intimidate this person because you may be a lot more private now as compared to before. Maybe they're not having like direct first-hand access to the things that you're working on or the things that you're improving on. It's like they can tell that you're growing. They can tell that you are working on yourself and improving, but they can't see it firsthand. It's like they're not able to access your energy as freely as they once were. And so they're intimidated that they can't see what you're doing. Maybe you did that intentionally, or maybe, you and this person have just kind of parted ways. But the fact that they can't see you or see what you're up to intimidates them. Also, we got sad, crying, and emotional. I'm kind of picking up that maybe they used to see you. Yeah, as soon as I said that, the past. They used to see you as someone that maybe was sad, Maybe you got hurt easily. Maybe you were being seen as highly emotional, but this is giving me emotional regulation. This is giving me emotional stability. You may even be coming off as more reserved now. You're intimidating to this person because they may have actually been able to read you really well, right? Maybe you were like an open book to this person when it came to your thoughts, your feelings, and your expressions. But it's like now they can't read you. You have like a poker face, or you're a lot more private. You're not as sharing when it comes to your personal affairs or your information. So that intimidates them because they don't know what's going on. They don't know how you feel, maybe even about them. But they see that you're improving, but you're kind of keeping it hush, hush. Sorry. I'm stumbling on my words a lot today. They see that as intimidating because in the past, you maybe went to this person and maybe you cried to them. Maybe you told them like what was going wrong in your life, right? Maybe you would tell them about the fight or the argument that you had with like your parent or your friend. It's like they kind of knew your secrets. They kind of knew all, like maybe even the negative things that were going on in your life, but they don't see that anymore. They almost see you as kind of going through this winning period now. Like you don't complain as much anymore. I'm really picking that up. You don't complain anymore. You don't really have any people that talk about conflict that you're currently in. You may just kind of stick to yourself now. There's no drama tied to you. And it's like, because you're trying to like heal, trying to work on yourself, you're focusing more so on your goals and not so much on, distractions around you. It's really shocking one person that used to know you. And it's intimidating them by how much you have changed. And I would say you've changed for the better, pile 2, because this seems really good. This seems like you had some sort of shift in your energy and you were kind of just tired of the things that you were doing. And I want to say good for you because it seems like you're coming off as more brave and more within your element. You've really been able to work on your confidence, and that's something that people would actually compliment you on. Yes, they're intimidated, but they would also compliment you on this. I want to get one last card for you as a general message on why are people intimidated of you right now. I will say it does seem like you may have some more money right now. Maybe you're really focusing on your career, your finances, and your financial goals. And that is something that people are intimidated by because maybe, again, they didn't think that you had it in you to achieve these big dreams. It says focus on creating and managing a budget. Maybe you're really good with your money now. Maybe you're really good with being able to save some money aside and build up your savings, your checking account, and your 401k. Maybe this was something that maybe was like used as a negative, where maybe you were asking for money, or you're really bad with like handling your money. Maybe you had like really negative work environment, and it seems like maybe you work for yourself now, or you work in a more professional environment, so there's less drama at your job. Or you're getting paid more, right? Maybe you're like working as salary and not so much as an hourly job. You're respectable at your job. People look at you really highly for what you do when it comes to your career or the way that you make your money right now, and that could be seen as intimidating. What intimidates people is you actually may be living with someone that may be very protective of you, or you always have like family or support system. It's giving me that you have people that are there for you, that would ride or die for you. And it could be people that you live with. So maybe you don't live alone. Maybe you have like a partner that you live with. Maybe you live with like a friend. Maybe you have a roommate. But I would say that you always have someone that is there for you to help support you emotionally. You have some sort of support system is what I'm channeling that you're really grateful for. But something about maybe the people that you live intimidates others. Like maybe you live with someone that may come off as scary to other people. I don't know. Maybe you have like a really overprotective pet. So for example, you have a dog that scares or intimidates people because maybe they're a really big dog. Maybe it's more of an aggressive type dog, right? You have a pet that's very protective of you, which could intimidate people to want to come over to your house or mess with you, right? You may even have a dog that's so protective of you that it actually intimidates people that are like wanting to get to know you romantically. I heard that for someone. But if not, you may have like a parent. Maybe you live with a parent that's very protective of you. They may be like a helicopter parent, someone that may know all of your business. Again, I don't know what the circumstance is, but someone that you're living with intimidates people because of maybe how protective they are of you, or maybe just because, I don't know, they're judgmental. I don't know. Something of that sense. I got that for you. But pile 2, that's all that I gotta say. I hope that this reading helped you, and I will talk to you all later. Pile 3, welcome to your guys' pick a card reading, all about why people are currently intimidated of you right now. So pile 3, I was getting that you have a really strong intuition, and even if you don't consider yourself psychic or believe that you have a strong intuition, people may say like, oh my God, like I feel like pile 3 is reading my thoughts. I feel like they're over analyzing my mind. Like, how can they predict how I'm feeling or the next moves that I'm about to be making in my life? Maybe you're really good at pattern recognition. Maybe you're really good at just, analyzing people based on past behaviors, or maybe certain things that you have noticed about multiple people. And so you can kind of come to a really clear and concise answer or outcome, or being able to be seen as a problem solver because you can analyze people. You pick up on patterns, details, repetition. But there could be people that assume that you're reading their mind, or that you kind of just know what's going on in the room. Like maybe you do pick up on energies, right? But regardless if you believe that you are psychic or not, or that you have a strong intuition or not, people are intimidated by you because they believe you to be someone that's highly intuitive, someone that can read the room, someone that knows, like maybe based on their behavior or based on their facial expressions or actions, mannerisms. Again, I really get that you could be seen as like someone that's really into psychology, someone that's really into learning about human behavior. That could be something that interests you, but there's something about that that really scares people because, again, not everyone wants to be understood in a way where there's no mystery. I feel like you are so good at reading people that you can kind of pick up when people, yes, when people are being kind of shady, or when people are trying to hide things from you or lie about certain things. So people that are trying to cover something up, or people that don't want to be completely seen, they may see you as really intimidating because, again, it makes them feel vulnerable. Having you read them that well makes people feel intimidated and vulnerable, and most people don't want to feel vulnerable. They want to feel safe and they want to feel like they have a sense of cloaking, but it's like you kind of like pull the rug out from underneath people by being able to read them, even just for like first impression. Like, you may be really good at reading people to the point where like you don't even have to know them that well, but because of you just being that person that maybe is like reading the room, maybe you're just very watchful of people. I don't know what it is, man, but like pile 3, there's something about your way of being able to pick up on energies and being able to analyze people that is really cool, like really intriguing, but it does scare people because, again, like I keep saying, it's like you can't really get past anything with you. People can't hide anything from you. And people that want to, or people that are trying to, that scares them. I want to go ahead, before I move on to these other cards, I want to see what it is that you can pick up on when it comes to people. Like, what about your intuition intimidates or scares people? You can pick up on someone's maybe, like, again, this is going to sound kind of like, oh my God, over dramatic, but maybe you're really good at being able to analyze people to the point where you know what their strong suits are. Even just from like first glance, even from being around them for like maybe the first 30 minutes, because of the way that you can analyze people, you know what they're good at and you know what they're not good at. Again, you can pick up on their strengths and their weaknesses. And highlighting their strengths, you can help them with this information. But if you were like a bad person, let's just give you an example. If you were someone that was not a good person, I'm not saying this is you, but let's say that someone that was a bad person had this ability that you have. If you were a bad person, and if you could pick up on someone's strengths and weaknesses, you could use that as a manipulation tactic to be able to make someone, not succeed, which is messed up. Or you can use this ability to help improve someone's life. And I think that's what's going on, is because of justice, right? I think people are scared about the power that you have when it comes to your intuition and what you're going to do with it. I'm also seeing that people are intimidated that you could really, really fine tune your intuition to the point where you could improve in your work field. It could be seen as a skill set. It's making me think that you could use your intuition to your advantage to really get justice in a situation, to get balance in your life, or possibly you could cause justice to happen for other people. Whether that be, making people accountable, making people honest, right? Having integrity, making people have some sort of consequence and action. There's something about how people are afraid that if you read them well enough, that maybe you're going to call them out on it, right? Maybe you're going to call them out on it. Maybe you're going to be able to read them so well that, again, it's almost like this is your strong suit, is your intuition. But that scares people because I also feel like people are afraid that you're going to be calling them out on their mistakes. I'm getting like a lot of guilty consciences. Like, people don't want to mess with you. People are afraid of making you upset with them or rubbing you the wrong way. I honestly, always remain humble, always have a compassionate heart. Yes, it's good to have boundaries, but people do make mistakes, and this whole life is about us learning and growing from them. So just try to take it easy on some people, because I feel like these people that are like really intimidated of you, they're giving you a lot of power. Like, they're giving you a lot of flipping power over them. Like, there's something about you that they're just really scared of almost. And I don't know how to feel about that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what kind of reputation you have, but these people are just kind of fearful of like getting on your bad side. Um, I don't know. It makes me feel kind of sorry for them. Are you kidding me? Yeah, people are scared of your intuition because, again, it is like reading your mind. We also have dreams and dream world on the bottom of the deck. So you may even come up in people's dreams. You may also have people show up in your dreams. So you could just be someone that's very psychic and that freaks people out because maybe it's something that they don't understand. I was also getting too that people that are scared of you, that are giving you so much power over, I don't know, it's like they're making you seem scary when really it doesn't have to be this scary, but it could just be like really taboo for them. Like, again, maybe the occult, psychic work, spirituality, that's something that they're not familiar with. So when they meet someone that is like a psychic medium or a tarot reader or someone that is like, I guess, a prophet, someone that has very visual dreams that may come true, these people that maybe grew up in a very religious organization, someone that has very structured beliefs, someone that is not familiar with spirituality, they may assume that this is more towards bad or evil or scary. So it could just be naivety, right? It could just be they don't understand. It's something that scares them because they're not familiar with it, right? But it may not be bad at all. They just may not know. They may not have the insight or the clarity to understand it fully. And when you have lack of knowledge, when you're unfamiliar with things, we tend, as human behavior, we tend to see that as more of a negative thing or a bad thing, when really it's just something that we don't know about, you know. And the more that we become familiar, and obviously everything has good and bad in it, even religion, even things that are being seen as this is holy, this is good, this is light. There could be really corrupt leaders that are supposed to be seen as these very religious, spiritual people, but they could also, again, they could just be using their religion as a cover. So again, it really doesn't matter what it is. There's good and bad in everything, but people that may be scared of your intuition, they may just be more so thinking of like Hollywood or more of like the demonic stuff. And I don't know, you know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. They may just be someone that doesn't have all of the information. Maybe you can educate these people. I don't know. Anyway, pile 3, the next card that I got for you when it comes to why people are intimidated of you, there's something about a friendship dynamic that you have, or possibly the way that you make friends or keep friends, that intimidates people. So I feel like there could be a friend in your friend group that actually intimidates people to come towards you, because maybe they feel like you and this one friend have such a strong bond that you don't care about making friends with anyone else. That's going to be like for the specific few. But there's also something about the way that you make friends or the way that you keep friends that intimidates others. Again, there's something about you may have a lot of boundaries with people, and people may misread this as I'm not interested or I don't care about others, but really you may just be selective because, again, maybe you are picky, right? Nothing wrong with that, but maybe you're selective. Maybe you're like way better when it comes to working with people when it's one-on-one. Maybe you're not good in a big social setting, but you're good with like I said, one-on-one connection. But maybe some people may see this as I don't like people, or I am someone that's very introverted, or you know what I mean? They may see you as someone like that when really it could just be maybe you are awkward sometimes in social situations and it comes off as maybe a resting bitch face or someone that, you know, is disinterested when really you're just having social anxiety. It could be something like that, but again, everyone's different. Let's go ahead and clarify why this friendship card is coming off as intimidation for people. Whoa. We got energy healing, clearing the way, obstacles gone, and hung up on you. Interesting. Let me see these cards. So we got energy healing when it comes to friendships. So I feel like your friendships could actually have gone through some sort of like again, clearing the way, obstacles gone. You could have been doing some major cleanup in your connections. I am kind of picking up that there was maybe some drama here. There's some drama, or there was drama when it came to your friendship dynamics. When it comes to energy healing, this could also be you are maybe trying to maybe like reflect on your past friendships. Maybe you are trying to heal a certain relationship in your life. I almost feel like I need to clarify each of these cards because it's making me confused. What about friendship are you energy healing that's coming off as intimidating? What is this talking about? I love attention, enjoying your life when it comes to clearing the way, obstacles gone, and we have funny, humor, comedian when it comes to, but we also have self-preservation on the bottom of the deck. So that is kind of giving me that same vibe where I think right now, I think you are actually in this preservation mode where I think before, maybe you were really wanting to have some sort of attraction to more people in your life. You wanted attention. You were wanting people to validate you, wanting people to notice you, and wanting people to connect with you. But when I see the energy healing, I love attention, I think you're healing something about that. I think you may actually be coming off as not disinterested, but more so, I want to focus on myself. I want to be able to work on my boundaries, self-care, self-love. And so there may just be like one person that you really consider a close friend that you talk to, but it does kind of give off like you're not really talking to a whole lot of people, or you're not interested in that. And it could be because you are healing maybe a wound when it comes to maybe not wanting attention, or lack of attention, or this need to get attention when it came to friendships and people, which there's no shade in that, right? I think we all go through periods where we're really wanting love, we're wanting attention, we're wanting support. I think you're healing like a clinginess factor about you. So something about your energy is giving off like, I'm fine on my own. Like, this sounds really harsh, but it's giving off, I don't need your attention to be happy. And that could be intimidating to people that maybe knew you before. Maybe they feel like you don't like them anymore. When that may not even be the case, it just may be, again, you're preserving your energy. You're not trying to chase after people as much anymore, which that's not a bad thing. The other thing about the friendship dynamic is clearing the way, obstacles gone, enjoying your life. Again, there was some sort of drama in your friendship dynamic or an obstacle. Maybe this was something about how you were having obstacles with trying to make friends. I really am getting you were trying to find friends. You were trying to find some sort of support. And maybe the way that you were going about it, it gave people the wrong impression where you were just so, like you were needing friendship. I think you switched something off. You switched something off in you where you stopped looking at your lack of friends or your lack of community as a problem, and you just started enjoying life on your own, or just trying to look at the positive. I'm really getting that you're not going after this like pursuing or chasing energy anymore. You're not chasing after things anymore. But people are now taking this personally in a way where they see you as completely disinterested when really you're wanting people to maybe like make you a priority for a change. Maybe you're wanting people to chase you or make you feel like you are someone that's important in their life. But even if they don't, you're okay with that because you're enjoying your life either or. So you make people feel like an option. I think you don't want people to waste your time anymore. I'm channeling that. You don't want people to waste your time, and you don't want to waste anyone else's time. So as of right now, you're just trying to enjoy your life the best way that you can. And if you have to do it alone for a little while, then, you're okay with that. You believe possibly that when the right people are meant to be in your life, that they will be in your life when it's in divine timing. And I think people are seeing this as intimidating because there's something about how you are asking for more now. You probably have more, I guess, in a way, more self-respect. And again, I'm not trying to call you out. I feel like this could also be seen as my pile because I, I'm kind of relating to this, but pile three, I'm just seeing that you are working on attracting better connections in your life. Connections that, again, cherish you, that want to be there for you, and not just someone that's going to be a replacement or someone that will be like a filler in your life, someone that will be wasting your time. Like, you want people that truly want to be there to support you, and you want to be there for people that you want to support as well. People that really relate to you, that give a crap about you, and people that you can connect with on a soul level. And so I do see that it intimidates people that are more, just wanting to have a good time for now, but they're not really seeing the long term of this connection. People that really want to focus on surface level pleasures, people that, there's nothing wrong with that either, but you want more of a commitment. You want people in your life that you can consider family, and that's going to be having more of an expectation. And there's a lot of people that get intimidated or they get fearful of the topic of commitment, or the topic of like, what's after this, or what are you looking forward to in the future. Most people just want to live in the here and now and here in the present moment. But you're kind of always thinking of what's next. Like, what can I do to make this a stronger bond? And that may intimidate some people. Also, there's something here about there is someone hung up on you, and it does kind of feel like the last laugh, or you kind of find this like not funny as in like that's haha funny, but funny as in ironic. I'm getting that someone is intimidated by you because they're realizing that they're hung up on you. And I'm kind of picking up that this is almost like, I don't know if you like, I almost feel like I need to clarify that, because someone is hung up on you and they're intimidated by you, that you're fine without them. We have era of your life on the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is your era of life where you're not hung up on people. People are hung up on you. And for some reason, this is kind of funny in a sense where I think the person or people that are intimidated now, I think they always thought that you would be the one chasing after them. But your era of life it's the opposite for you. You're not chasing, you're attracting, and it's ironic for you. And I think these people are intimidated because they were wrong. They were wrong about you always going to be there for them, or always wanting to pry after them, or trying to get their attention, or, maybe again, it said, I love attention. Maybe you're just like, I don't want attention anymore. Like, I don't care if you give me compliments or positive feedback or like all my pictures or posts or whatever. Like, I'm not going to be a dick and be like, I could care less. But again, it's like, you're not going to be taking that personally or to heart anymore. And something about someone's energy, whether they give you energy or lack of energy, it doesn't bother you that much at all, really. You're focused on your own life, and that's intimidating them. The last card that we have for you is Breaking Point, Limit, Final Straw, and Overwhelm. So like I was saying before, I think you're just tired of people or things wasting your time. So your patience level is probably a lot lower than it used to be, and you reach your limit a lot quicker now. And so I feel like you're not going to be that person that prolongs a situation that you really don't want to be in. And I think maybe in the past that was something that you did, but not anymore. You're like, if I don't like this, I'm dipping, I'm leaving, bye. If something makes you uncomfortable, you're not going to get into it. People see that you have really strong boundaries, but you also have this ability of feeling like confident in your choices and not really giving a crap if people don't like your opinion on something, or people try to instigate something in you or overwhelm you. You're like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this. Your patience meter is very, very low. You don't tolerate a lot of crap from others anymore. And people find that intimidating because I think there were people that were trying to maybe take advantage of your kindness in the past, people that would try to maybe put work on you that really wasn't your responsibility. I think you're just kind of tired of having to deal with not just your own stress in life, but other people's. So yeah, you give up when things don't look like they're going to be going the way that you want it to. You're not going to be wasting, like I said, you're not going to be wasting your time or wasting other people's time anymore. I'm hearing that your time is precious now. So, sorry. So I feel like you move on from things quickly now. Like if you see that it's not a good fit, next. And people are like, wait, like give me some more time. And you're like, no, I don't have time. You're like, if you're not going to be ready for me now, then like, I gotta go. Like, I hope you find what you're looking for, but it's not in me. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and clarify the breaking point. Why are people intimidated of you when it comes to your limit or your breaking point? What about that? Control over your life. Yeah, I feel like there are people that used to have more of a say, more power over you, more of leverage over you, or more of a control over your life. And you're like, yeah, no, I don't want this. I don't like this. I want to claim my power back. And also, again, like I feel like I have control over my own life. Like this is my life. This is what I want to do with it. And if you don't want to be on the same page as me, then we got to go our separate ways. Like you are really serious about the direction of where your life is. And if someone or something does not feel like it fits, like I'm telling you, like you don't give it any second thought. Like you're not going to waste your time. Whoa, okay. Let's talk about it. Second chance, try again. I'm telling you. It's like you don't even care. I feel like there's people that will be like, hey, wait, hear me out. Like, I want to be able to try this again with you. And I think you don't have any room for excuses anymore. I really am getting that maybe you were seen as the person that would give people the benefit of the doubt. You would try to work things out with people. You'd compromise with them. And not everyone, obviously, not everyone is going to keep continuously trying to hurt you or, break their commitment or promise to you. But I think you're just tired of putting in the effort when you know that it's not going to be reciprocated or you know that it's not going to be as equal as what you're giving. So it's not like you're going to be doing this to everyone. I'm not saying that you're not going to be giving anyone second chances, but I think these are the people that they had more control in the relationship or had some sort of like leverage over you at one point. If you feel like you're limitless, if you feel like you're small, if you feel like you don't have any say or it's being forced upon you, you don't want to put yourself in that situation again. So it's like once you've made up your mind, you're not going to talk about it again. You're not going to be like, yeah, let's do this again, or yeah, let's have the same conversation 100 times until I get so tired of this that I need to walk away. It's like, no, it's like, right then and there what you want and what you don't want. So you can make very quick and very opinionated decisions very fast. Like I'm just seeing that what is good for you and what isn't. And if it's not good for you, you're like, okay, done, bye. So let's go ahead and see what else. Also, I think you're just tired of being a sidekick or a third wheel. We also have spiritual protection underneath the deck as well. And desperate underneath that and under pressure. So pile 3, you no longer want to be seen as desperate. You no longer want to feel like you're under pressure. I mean, come on, when it comes to friends, when it comes to your social circle community, you don't want to feel guilty. You don't want to feel bad. You don't want to feel like icky. You don't want to feel these icky emotions or feel like you're not being your best self. You don't want to be chasing people or chasing things in your life anymore. And you also don't want to agree to things and then feel like you're not even a priority. Feel like you're just kind of a tag-along person or someone that is just there for filler. You know what I mean? You want things to feel like I want to matter to you and I want you to also matter to me. I want this to be equal. And I think also your spiritual protection, there is something about your spiritual protection as well where people are intimidated by that, because I think also if you don't do this yourself, your spirit guides will do it for you. Whether they believe in spirituality or not, it's like Your spirit guides don't play about your safety. I'm hearing your emotional safety, your emotional well-being, as well as your standards when it comes to connections and how you feel overall. Your spirit guides don't play when it comes to you in that department. But yeah, pile 3, let's get one last card to end your reading when it comes to why people are currently intimidated by you right now. Let's see. War and peace. So, like I said, you are entering a place of peace in your life, but this didn't just get handed to you. This wasn't just like, oh, I choose peace, love, and light. Again, nothing wrong with this. I don't know why I'm saying it this way, but war is about defending what is meant for you, fighting for what you believe is right. And this is a battle. So for you to have found peace in your life, you've had to gone to war. You've had to basically fight back what is meant to be yours, claiming your power back. Again, maybe coming off as a little bit mean to people. Some people may see you as very mean now, but it just means that you're no longer a people pleaser. Obviously, don't be a dick to people, but it just comes off as, when you think about war, this is conflict. But we need conflict in our lives sometimes to have change. If we were just all easygoing, just letting bygones be bygones all the time, you would never see things progress or change or become truthful or honest. There are people in this life that will intentionally take things that are not theirs or treat people like crap. And if you have someone doing that and you're just kind of letting it happen over and over and over and not sticking up for yourself, then that's going to be showing to other people that could also have the same mentality, and they will make you not have peace. You could try to have peace around people that are not peaceful, and it's not going to work. So you need to have boundaries. You need to have discernment. And there needs to be a sense of defensiveness, right? Not being aggressive, not hurting people, but knowing when someone is trying to poke the bear, that you have some walls in place so that you can protect this peace, self-preservation. So people that were able to maybe get away with this behavior, they're intimidated by you because of your newfound, again, maybe spiritual protection. Maybe you can read the room now. You've seen the signs, so you know how to defend yourself, but you've had to go to war for your peace. And so people are seeing that you have an inner strength. People see that you're not afraid of conflict. People see that you're not afraid to speak up for yourself. And that intimidates people that are not wanting to hear the truth, people that don't want to be called out, and people that have maybe tried to mess with you in that way. So good for you, pile 3. But pile 3, that is all that I have to say for you. I hope that this reading was helpful, and I will talk to you all later.